Some of you will already be playing a horn, but even if you are, I hope that these programs will help to give you perhaps a new direction or a different kind of aim in your work. I now assume really that I'm talking to many of you who would like to play. You've never blown a note in your life, you don't have a horn, you don't even have a mouthpiece. Well, the first thing is to find a mouthpiece. Well, one little piece of funny advice, a little bit silly really, but perhaps you go out and buy a horn if you have rich parents. Now, if you buy a cheap horn, which is a great temptation because you don't know if you're going to be a good player or not, there would probably be a mouthpiece in the case. Now beware of this mouthpiece. This is not 100% sure, but the chances are it will not be very good. These kind of mouthpieces are made by the thousand, simply as decorations for horn cases. If you buy a little bit more expensive horn, then the mouthpiece in the case will probably be a much better one. That doesn't say it will suit you. You might need a smaller one or a bigger one. It takes a long time to learn what you want. First of all, can you borrow one? Do you have any friends in the area who can lend you a mouthpiece? Do you have anybody in your area who plays, especially plays well? Now you never know. I once many years ago lived in a tiny little village in Essex called Cutlass Green. There were 18 people lived in this little village. I lived in one house. 2 houses away also lived the principal horn of the London Philharmonic Orchestra. So you never know your luck. If you can find a good music store, now this is a little bit more difficult. It's okay if you live in Munich or London, New York, Tokyo, that's easy. But if you live in the wastes of Siberia or even the Highlands of Scotland, that's not really so easy. But if you can find a good music store, especially a big instrument store, you're almost sure to be able to get them to lend you a couple of mouthpieces on what we call on approval. You can try them and send them back if you don't like them. Now, the other thing, and this is an important point, is why not ask your education authorities? Talk to them. Worldwide, these education authorities, they have peripatetic teachers, they have instruments to lend, and with a bit of luck, they can help you over this problem.